Due to Dirty Dom's prominence as a villain on Monday Night Raw, it is unusual to see Dominik Mysterio get upset. But after SmackDown, the second-generation star posted an emotional statement on X. When paired with Rhea Ripley on screen, Dominik Mysterio's second-generation star shone through even more as he shares many traits with WWE Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero. At Ohio's The Biggest Party of the Summer, Dirty Dom gave in to Liv Morgan's advances, thereby ending the relationship. Dominic lost it today when WWE unveiled new apparel riffing on Eddie Guerrero's Latino Heat slogan, but with a little change. After SmackDown, the second-generation star posted a photo of the goods and expressed her emotional reaction. On Friday Night SmackDown, the 27-year-old superstar surprised everyone by appearing alongside Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, the current Women's World Champion. The decision to enclose Dominik Mysterio in a cage for the Women's World Championship bout between Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan was revealed last month. Adam Pearce did not overturn the decision, and Mysterio went into the shark cage at Bad Blood in Atlanta, no matter how much Dom tried to convince him otherwise. Dirty Dom, a second-generation star, was pounded by Mommy while hanging in the air in the closing minutes of the bout, his leg bound to a harness. Raquel Rodriguez helped Morgan and Mysterio out in Atlanta later on. In an interview with WWE Deutschland, J.D. McDonough of the Judgment Day discussed Dirty Dom's current situation in the ring. According to the current World Tag Team Champion, Mysterio is in agony and bruises from the bout. After Friday Night SmackDown, the second-generation superstar faced off against Cody Rhodes in a dark match, despite widespread speculation that the injury was serious. Once the adored son of WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio, Dominik Mysterio has had one of the most remarkable character metamorphoses in recent history. Dominic, who was formerly adored by fans for his humble background and determination, has transformed into one of WWE's most hated heel characters after joining forces with the Judgment Day group. To his father's and fans' dismay, this metamorphosis has brought forth a new Dominic, one who is arrogant, self-assured, and not hesitant to cut corners. Dominic, known for his nasty on-screen demeanor and tough look, lately revealed a very softer side. Fans are astonished and fascinated by a rare behind-the-scenes encounter in which the young Mysterio became upset after a recent broadcast of WWE SmackDown. As the son of one of the all-time great luchadors, Dominik Mysterio started out in the WWE under the shadow of his famous father. Due to his father's involvement in WWE storylines, Dominic was exposed to the WWE Universe at an early age. Everyone was expecting a lot from Dominic's formal ring debut. His father was a legend in WWE, and his fans were hoping he would continue the family name while still making his own mark. Dominic was an expert at it for a while. He made history as the first father-son tandem to win the WWE Tag Team titles by teaming up with his dad. He was heralded as the heir apparent to Mysterio's illustrious legacy during his promising early runs. However, a shift occurred as Dominic progressed in the ring. Maybe Dominic was just trying to figure out who he was, or maybe the pressure of carrying on his father's legacy started to get to him. Whatever the reason may be, he shocked everyone when he turned on Rey and joined the merciless Judgment Day gang. Dominic adopted a more sinister persona while studying with the Judgment Day, especially Rhea Ripley. He went to extreme lengths, including publicly embarrassing Rey, to show his contempt for his father. Almost immediately, the crowd began to boo Dominic whenever he appeared. He had gone from being a naive rookie fighting beside his father to a haughty, conceited, and often timid man. After a recent SmackDown, Dominik Mysterio had an unusual emotional breakdown, exposing the inner turmoil he's been battling since becoming a villain. Dominic was seen taking a time to ponder backstage after a long night of dealing with audience criticism and a brutal beating at the hands of his newest competitors. Sitting alone, Dominic's customary bluster was absent in a WWE digital exclusive interview. A serious face, suggesting the toll his current trajectory was having on him, had replaced his trademark arrogant smile. Dominic, in his customary haughty fashion, attempted to duck the topic regarding the match and his continuing dispute with his father at first. However, Dominic found it more difficult to control his emotions as the talk progressed. "You don't get it, do you?" His voice quivering ever so slightly, Dominic said. "It seems like everyone thinks being me is simple. The goal is to be born into the Mysterio family. However, you fail to comprehend the daily challenges of enduring that shadow." It showed Dominic as he really is, a guy struggling to live up to his family's heritage while yet pursuing his own ambitions. One of the most touching stories in WWE so far has been the rivalry between father and son, and Dominic's remarks have helped viewers comprehend his decision-making process. His transformation into a villain was driven by a desire to discover who he was away from the great expectations that came with the Mysterio name, rather than a simple desire for power or rebellion. Since his battle with Rey Mysterio started, Dominic's emotional toll has been obvious. It soon became clear that there was something more fundamental at the heart of this conflict, even if many viewers first saw his treachery as a standard wrestling plot device. It would seem that Dominic has rejected the principles represented by the ever-present good guy Rey Mysterio, including respect for tradition and family honor. However, there is more to Dominic's defiance of his father than meets the eye. After SmackDown, Dominic spoke up furthermore about the pressure of being compared to his dad in an interview he gave afterwards. "At every turn, people tell me, 'You're the son of Rey Mysterio. You have great expectations placed on you, and you must do your family proud. But where do I stand? What about my desires? After this life, what will become of me? No longer can I be known just as Rey's kid.'" Dominic's statements conveyed a mix of vulnerability and fury. Even if he is booed and uses nasty techniques in the ring, Dominic still wants his father's and the WWE Universe's approval. While his present course of action may have earned him victory on Judgment Day, it has devastated his relationships at home and abroad. The present narrative of Dominik Mysterio is captivating because of the human aspect it has. A wrestling plot with good guys and bad guys isn't even close to the meat of the matter. The emotional toll of attempting to break free from another person's shadow is central to this novel, which also deals with issues of family and identity. Characters in professional wrestling sometimes lack depth, either as heroic protagonists who never stray from the path of righteousness, or as villains who behave evilly just because they can. However, Dominic's persona is multifaceted, and his emotional moment during SmackDown brought dimension to his story. He's not a villain just for the sake of being evil. He's a young guy attempting to find his place in a world that's always telling him what to be.